Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. And we're here with the community build, looking out over what is now some huge progress and the start of the finish of this project. That is right, here it is. Our giant walkways that we completed in the last two episodes with our giant time lapses, and it's so cool to finally have this area complete. So let's make a quick fly around, and I'm absolutely loving this shape. Now, over the weekend, we worked super hard on Twitch at chipping away at the big tree at the top. We now have the spiralized staircase that reaches to the top of the upper lands, or the above ground. There we go, the above ground. Also on Twitch, we worked on this spot right here. We tried some like cliffs that kind of hung over the edges. We tried to do it flat, and to be honest, we could not come up with a proper design. So I'm going to continue to think about what's going to go in the center area right here. But I think this just looks so cool. And then down below here, of course, we added our little water features on either side of the pathway, which really defines it, which is really nice to see. I thought we were going to have a really sweet waterfall, and it turned out to be about a 2-drop waterfall, but that's okay. That's fine. I still love it. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, and this is a big thing, my friends, which I am super, super excited about, and that is to start the perimeter walkways, which then will allow us to create the plots for the hermits to come and build their shops. That is right. We're at the home stretch of this project. There's going to be a ton of finishing work, but hopefully today we will get a big start on getting these pathways and these walls finished up and ready to go, which I cannot be more excited about. And if you're excited too, scarify that like button and let's get into it. Wait, I got to show you this one more time. Isn't this really cool, this pathway leading down into the tree? Absolutely love. Excuse me, Mr. Slime. You know what? We are almost done with these slimes. They don't have many places to live anymore. I'm taking their homes, and it's the greatest feeling ever, knowing that you don't have a home to go to. They've turned me evil. That's right. They've turned me evil. And you know what? I don't even care at this point. Knowing that the slimes don't have a home soon just fills me full of joy by the passion of 1,000 scars. But let's head topside and show you our new spiralized staircase. Just above where we worked on the live stream where we spiralized it, looking down over our pathway from here, it looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see this design, you know, around the edges here and down there, and then seeing all the hermit shops from above is going to look absolutely amazing. So this is where we worked on our live stream. So of course this pathway still needs some scarifying, but up here, this is where we started to work. So originally this used to be the exit point, and let me cover that up. There we go. And now this is where it goes around. So we kind of move a little bit more inward into the tree, and then we start to kind of come out, and I might bring it inwards just a little bit more, but as you can see, there's the sky and of course the elevator. So ideally I'd like this thing to end about right here. So we'll just change it up just ever so slight, and eventually we'll make this super, super fancy and just get this thing looking really, really cool. And my vision is a tower, walls surrounding that are crumbling away. I think this is gonna look really, really cool. So this just gives you a lot of modes of transportation. You can take the express route, you can take the scenic route, and it just gives you a lot more variety in places and things to see. And dang it, I wanna fly. I want to fly. Give me the flight. There we go. We're flying higher and higher. Anyway, I think that's going to be really cool, but we need to fly back to Scarlandia before we start our projects today down in the underground regions. And we need to see what Azuma has done and what I still need to get for the ultimate storage system. So let's fly over here real quick. I know he got some of the materials. So it looks like the to-do list is only hoppers, droppers, and observers so far. So 658, 569, and 325. Wow. Okay. Oh, we got some of the things. He's got the pumpkins. He's got the wood. Oh my gosh, guys, this thing is getting close to being done, and some random cobblestone. So let's go see if we can meet up with Tango when he gets back on and get some more iron. So we can create some of those hoppers and those droppers. No, wait, droppers don't require iron. No, we only need iron for the hoppers, right? Yes. Okay. Wait, we have a book now. Oh, that's right. We have a recipe book. Oh, you need the resources in your inventory to look at it. Dang it. I don't know how to make an observer. Tell me how to make a observer, please. Okay, I'm gonna have to still go back to the wiki. All right, grabbing the last few resources we need. So I think I Oh, geez, come on, cats. You got to get out of the way. I got work to do. Come on now. I'm just pushing the cat up the staircase. That is so uneconomical. Okay. All right, let's see if we can fly back up onto the platform here. Come on, flying gods. Thank you. And let's just gracefully fly down. Okay, so what do we need to do first? So we got the hoppers. So we've got our iron from Tango. So we'll throw that down onto the ground. And we'll throw down our other redstone chests. So we've got, of course, the dusty unused box. And, of course, I'm not sure what this red stuff is. And we got the iron from Tango. So in the comments, let me know what we should give Tango for a present, because that's a ton of iron. He worked super hard on the iron Phoenix. I was like, Titan, no, it's the Phoenix this season. So let me know in the comments, like hashtag Tango present. Let me know what we should get him. I'm considering going to the nether, getting some of the nether rack, but actually smelting it down for him. So he saves a little bit of time. And then maybe something else, maybe like a whole chest full of, what's the burning stuff that you get in? It's orange, it burns, it hurts. Lava. You know, lava's kind of hard to transport, you know, with the buckets and things. So that might be actually helpful. All right, so I think I can make the observer. I think if I take out some redstone, I didn't look at the wiki because I kind of wanted to do it up myself. I kind of want to do it myself. There we go. There's the observer. I knew the recipe. Actually, I didn't know the recipe, but I knew the materials necessary for the recipe. So that still counts, right, guys? That still counts, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say it does, and you guys are going to say it too, so it makes me feel good about myself. Okay, that's clearly not enough. Okay, this is going to take a little longer than I thought. So I believe I have about 448 or so hoppers to go. And of course we need 658. I'm starting to run down on the iron a little bit, but I think we're gonna just have enough here. So let's jump back over here. This has taken a ton of wood. I kind of underestimated it. But that's okay. That's okay. This thing's gonna be amazing. So got a few more things to do here, and I should finally have the whole to-do list complete. Mission accomplished. Now we even got a little over on the hoppers, but you never know when you might need an extra hopper. Now, of course, Azuma got most of the droppers and observers, but we topped those off. And of course, he got all of these things. So yeah, I think we are very close to getting this thing assembled now that those hoppers have been attained. Look at those fancy things. So that took a lot of iron. That's all we have left. It took about half my wood box, but that's okay because this thing is going to be amazing. Now that we have all of the redstone supplies in hand and set up and ready to go for Azuma, let's fly back to the community area and get started. But before we do that, we need to check to see if Iskall... Nope, he still hasn't stocked that. Dang it. I'm running out of rockets, and a Scar without rockets is no Scar at all. This is gonna be rough. Anyway, let's get busy today. So let's take the express route down. And I've been meaning to bring some cats over here because, oh geez, wow, that was that was an unexpected lag spike. But what I was saying was we need to bring some cats over here so that we can keep some creepers at bay. I want to get them positioned along some of the pathways and entrances and things along those lines. So let me jump across here. And I want to show you this. Look at how many hermits are on right now. I haven't seen this many hermits on since day one. All right, so let's work our way up here and start kind of visualizing together where we're going to start. This is actually one of my favorite views of the entire build from here. Don't you just love how the pathway just spirals up into the actual structure? We still need to take, you know, of course, our hardened clay designs and add them up in the upper level and build our branches and different things like that. But I love how it's coming out. But that leads us to this, okay? So this is our upper level. So up here, I'm envisioning maybe one shop per side, okay? This section right here is going to be some really fancy pillars that come down to here. Now on this lower level here, I feel like this can be more shops. So I'm envisioning maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5. If we could get it on there. And also I'd love to get a count on how many hermits are active and want to participate in the shops and the services. Things along those lines would be really great. So then I could be like, okay, if there's going to be this many, then we can only do like 1, 2, 3, and that gives everybody more spaces. So we'll figure that out as we go. And I think it would also be amazing if, say somebody wants to be a bit of a rapscallion and say I want to put my landscaping shop in the crystal cave down there. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? If there was like a little like, you know, the walkway of just stone that you had to hop on to get to the landscaping shop. That would be really cool, I think. That just came to me. Don't you just love streams and videos and things just pop into your mind. That's what I love about the creative process of Minecraft. Anyway, let's not any more of this lollygagging and get to work here. So let's grab out a little netherrack here. I know this is like what you thought we were going to be working on. Netherrack. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Scar. So if this walkway, you know, kind of brings us down to like right here, and we start kind of bringing this outwards like this, we can start kind of cutting in a little bit. This is like very, very vague, if you will. This is not scientifically precise by any means, but if we start kind of bringing it outwards like this, we remove everything in the interior here, okay? So does that make sense? So if we remove all of that, now if we dip back down to this lower level, we can do the same thing. So we still kind of retain that shape that we created a long time ago. So if we bring this out here like that, I don't want to get too wild, okay? I really want this to be subtle. And I mean, if we do kind of lose capacity within the area, we can always open up maybe even the lower regions down here, but I'd like to keep this all scenic down here. So that's kind of like non-functionable space. So I don't want this to be precise, right? We just kind of want this to kind of have a flow to it, just kind of flows around. So if this is kind of the general shape, we remove everything where I'm standing and then everything, you know, behind the pillars on that side. So let's jump up here one more time and get a little bit of a visual of this. I don't think I can fly right now. It took me a long time to be able to fly into that intro to this clip. Okay. All right, I'll move that one over by one block. I think this is looking good, right? I think this is a cool shape. So if this pathway kind of comes down here and then kind of moves inward a little bit and kind of spiralizes around. I love that word, by the way. It's like my favorite word ever now. Yeah, I like this. I think this is going to be really cool. So let's kind of lay out the rest of this build and kind of see where it takes us. Have you ever looked at how cute a creeper's feet are? Oh no, he's going to blow. I got so totally transfixed by how cute those creeper little paws were. Those things were so cute. And you know, we give them a hard time, don't we? But sometimes you got to appreciate their little feats, don't we? Welcome back. And after an entire day of thinking and trying to lay this out, I feel like we have finally got somewhere. So as you can see, I've lowered the tier 1 right here. I've lowered that about 4 to 5 blocks downwards. And the reason I did that was there just was not enough room for, you know, the hermits to come in and build a facade and of course have a decent looking cliff. So I've lowered this down by quite a bit here, and that gives us about a 12 blocks space for people to build their shops and different things along those lines into these cliffs. Now, if we walk our way up here, you'll notice that I've kind of laid this one out how we're going to do. So it's got a bit of a sloping curve, so I think that's going to look really cool. And of course, this walkway will kind of flow downwards to here. Now, we definitely need to clean up this ceiling because we don't have a ton of room up here for really like intricate facade work, right? It's not that big for a nice big facade. And if you're unfamiliar, a lot of these shops are going to be built within the walls, and they're just going to have a little bit of a structure built on the very outside, similar to say the Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade at the end when they went to the Grail and the whole thing. You've seen the movie. So right up here, we need to kind of carve this outwards so that we have a little bit more room up here, because as of now, it's about 9 to 10 blocks from bottom to the top right here, but that'll be easy once we carve all this out. Now, the challenge with this all, and this has been driving me crazy, I have not been able to figure this out properly, is how do we do, so we have the right and the left, okay? So these are established. We just went over those designs. But these two, this one and there, these are the troublemakers, because this one's really like haphazard. It's been chopped out all weird. So we definitely have to like rebuild that to have the 2 levels, which is totally still something we can do. Another option would be to have these sides, so of course right here and right there, only have 1 level. So instead of these 2 tiers right here, we only have 1 level, and it gives whoever's hermits choose these particular plots much more room to build something bigger and a little bit more grand, but there would be, of course, less plots. So if somebody's like, I just want a little shop, I can go up here, or if I want a big shop, I could go on this side. So I don't know, maybe we could do it. It would definitely give the area a little more variety in shape. But you know, on the other hand, I feel like just to keep everything cohesive and just plain finish it might be a little more important. So I think we've got a decent idea on how everything is going to flow. I wanted to come back to you guys and show a lot more progress, but unfortunately this takes a long time to just plain figure out and just kind of wrap your mind all the way around it. I see Bob the Career Building Inspector taking a look at my perimeter there. Yes, I did. You know, he heard me. Anyway, so what we need to do now is hit super fast build mode. Hey, you stay in your place. You stay over there. We need to hit super fast build mode, and we need to knock out all of this and start kind of adding our little swirls to the design to make it feel just a little bit more natural. End of super fast build mode, and quite a few hours have elapsed since we last talked. Now that entire time lapse was a series of trial and error and a little bit of problem solving with Scar. Look at that. As you can see at the last clip there, I decided to take the pattern of the walls and use that for the entire perimeter. It was much easier than the original way that I was doing it. And this entire project has been something very difficult to kind of wrap your mind around. Does that make sense in the terms of this thing is huge and it's hard to do a little trial and error or even testing of a design. You pretty much just have to do it as you go along because of the sheer size of it. So as you can see, this has a really nice kind of round shape to it. Once we get to the detailing phases, we're going to add all sorts of cool variations and pathways along the walkways. But this leads us to, of course, row 1 down here. So this is level 1 for, shops. And of course, this is level 2. So this pathway is going to like gently slope down to here. And of course, we're going to have shops on level 2. And that just gives us this really cool view from like way up here. And then down on level 1, we can see all of the landscaping and all of those details, which looks really awesome. And of course, we've already scheduled some time with the hermits where we're going to clean the ceiling, get all the ceiling cleaned up, get all these ugly details out of there, like the dungeons and of course the mine shafts. So yeah, that was a lot of work, but we've got still halfway to go. We still got halfway to go, so it looks like this video is going to be delayed another day, unfortunately. So I apologize about that, but just know this. We're getting so close to finishing this, which I cannot be more excited about. Finishing this thing is still a ton more work to do, but it is so worth it once we get this done. So let's hit super fast build mode one more time. of super fast build mode, and after a couple days of work, we now have this perimeter built up and ready to go. And I cannot be more pleased with this. So we need to do a little bit more work around here, of course, getting some finishing details such as the tree, the ceilings, and a huge time-lapse terraforming project around the perimeter. But other than that, this project is nearly complete, which I am absolutely over the moon to see this thing finally complete. And I hope you guys are too. So just a little bit more terraforming work to do around Cub Fan's waterfall, which is looking super fancy to kind of blend the pathways in a little bit. And of course, get this all worked out. Now, as you can see, this is very straight and symmetrical and very unnatural looking. But that, of course, is the first kind of pass at it, right? Once we come in here with our creativity and our terraforming, we're going to blend this into something very nice, similar to the tree. And of course, we still have a ton more work to do up in the upper regions of the tree. But we're at the point now where once we clean, of course, up the ceilings a little bit, so once we get those kind of cleaned up along the edges, and once the terraforming's down, this place is open. We can continue to work on the tree here and there where it still needs work, but we can open this place up, which is just absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see the hermits come down here and add their shops and things along those lines. So one of the challenges we need to still do today is figure out a basic plot system. So while we were terraforming, I was kind of envisioning the area, and I was looking to potentially add anywhere from about 16 to kind of middle 20s in terms of how many plots that we can place down here. Now, the reason being is that some of these corners have opened up into potential areas for shops, so that kind of bumps us up, because originally I was looking at like 16 to like barely 20, but I think we have many more shop potential areas for those sections right there. And just kind of depending on how many hermits want to open up a shop, then we can really look at it and say these shops are going to be this amount of space within the area. But oh my gosh, guys, this is amazing, right? Come on now, this is absolutely amazing. This project has been quite an ordeal, but it is so cool to finally see it come to completion. Just a moment ago, I got a message from Azuma to head over to Scarlandia and take a look at something, which I think it may just be this new storage system. So let's head on over there and meet up with him. Hello, Azuma. Fancy seeing you on top of...
Yeah, what a strange place to bump into someone else, a little platform in the sky.
I was going to name this thing, but then nothing came to my mind. Just kind of a stick in the air. We're just kind of floating about.
You just came up with the name, Stick in the Air.
There we go, stick in the air. So you've been busy down in Scarlandia with some of your red ropes. You've been knitting some kind of creation.
I love it, knitting with redstone. Yeah, I have, man. I've been making your storage system, and it is ready to go, basically. It's ready for Scar activation. I was really trying to...
I like it. I like it. I like Scar activation. Let's go with that. Are you ready to fly down there and look at it? I'm so excited.
Oh, I just thought of an even better one. Start. So you could scart it.
Scar.
I'll get my coat.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. If you fly down here, you could do a quick trench run, like in Star Wars.
Ooh.
Trench run.
Dude. I want to do the trench run. I'm going to possibly accidentally...
Oh, no. Good job. The first time and second time and third time, I didn't make it out. Oh my gosh!
Smack into a wall.
I got so distracted with trench runs. What is this thing?
This is your storage system, my friend.
Oh my gosh!
It's probably like looking a little bit bare because there's been very little like decoration or hiding of the redstone. There's no like shulker boxes in place. So it kind of looks a bit bare bones, right? But this thing is going to do some magic, and I
don't even know what to say. Like, this is not at all what I thought it would look like. This thing looks amazing. This looks like Scarvis's mind, my little like robot. It talks to me on stream. This thing is crazy.
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
He's a distinguished English fella. He wears a top hat.
I didn't realize he had a name.
Oh yeah, he's Scarvis for sure. Dude, this thing is amazing. Like how do you I don't know. I don't know how people make these things.
I'm gonna walk you through how this all works. I do have a question. Do you have any of your shulker boxes on you for storing items and stuff?
I have one box.
You do? One box. Okay. Has it got anything in?
I have no idea.
43 torches. All right. So first things first, right? You can put chests or you can put shulker boxes in front of those hoppers over there. I highly recommend you do this with shulker boxes because portable storage, amazing.
Wow.
Golden rule, though. Golden rule is you must always have one item in every single slot. So open that up.
Oh, okay. So so that knows where to put it all in order.
That's right. Yeah. And if it's empty, it will just put a random item in there, which doesn't break anything. It just means you'll end up with stuff in the wrong chest. So when you're out and about, you just got to remember, you take out the items and you leave one behind, right?
Uh-huh.
So instead of pulling out a stack of blocks, you pull out 63.
Okay.
Now, what's really important is if the machine is in use and you're taking items out of it, you can't actually remove the stack, right?
Yeah.
You can only ever half click and drag out the items, if that makes sense.
Yes, red ropes. Mm-hmm. It's so confusing, but I'm getting it. I'm trying.
Okay. It's real simple. Like you always got to leave something in the slot, but if you're currently sorting the items, if you're putting things back into the boxes, you can't take it out and then put one back in, right? Think of it like that.
Oh, okay.
So if you right click on it, you take out half. That's the only way you can get the items out when it's sorting, which won't be a lot of the time.
No.
All right. Cool.
Wow.
So let's bring this thing over here. So what you have is all of these hoppers. You can put chests or shulker boxes in front of them.
Okay.
And like this, like you can create a wall of storage and put all the different things that you use. Color code your chests, give them names, organize them however you like. But you'll be able to then come along and pick up all of that storage and move it around with you, right?
Yeah. Wow. This thing is incredible. This thing, I've never had anything. The biggest thing I've ever had redstone wise was in like season 4, and it was like a armor stand that went up 2 blocks.
That sounds like about 3 pieces of redstone maximum.
it had a sticky piston in there and a comparator, I think.
Fancy. This has got no sticky pistons in.
I noticed that. It's got the observer block, which is a really cool building block, by the way. It's really cool.
Got a load of those. It is. It's got a nice pattern about it.
It's even got a little face on there, which is important. So say you got your box here and it's got all of your like cat food in it, right? And you need to go feed your cat.
Your cat food. Yep.
And so in the system is filtering the items, the cat food into the box, right? And then what the system's going to do is it's going to take the cat food that you put into here. So when you want to sort out, you've got a messy inventory, right? You want to put it over here into this chest. Okay.
Which is just remind me, I need to build another contraption for you that allows you to just put all of your shulker boxes into a chest and it will automatically empty them and run it through the system. So you could just throw your inventory into a shulker box or pick up a load of random boxes from a build, chuck them into a chest and it will take the items out for you, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow.
But I forgot to build that. So you put all the junk from your inventory into here.
Okay.
Have you got any junk in your inventory? In fact, let's just grab those torches. So we want to sort these torches, right?
Yeah.
We chuck them into this, and what it's going to do is it's going to send items up the dropper elevator. It's then going to go across the top, and it's going to go down one hopper at a time. And those hoppers are going to lock and unlock, which is why you see lots of repeaters blinking.
Yeah.
And it does so it can look at the inventory in front of it and potentially put the item in.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go on, man. You're with me. It's not too difficult, right?
Yes, I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. So what you're looking at when we look forward here is like one module. And then to the side of it, you got another module and then another. You got 4 in total. And as of right now, with only 2 shulker boxes, you don't need the rest of this to activate, right? So if you throw a bunch of items into here and it can't find a space for it, then you don't want it going through the rest of your sorting system. So what I'm going to do for you to save you some hassle is I'm going to lock that hopper down here. So there's a hopper underneath this chest, yeah?
Yeah.
That's now locked by this redstone block that I just placed.
Okay.
That means when it's done sorting, all the items are going to go into that large chest.
Okay.
The ones that don't get sorted.
Okay, so any of the miscellaneous things, the oddball items, they get thrown in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know, like I'll try my best to explain it.
No,
you're
doing great. No, you're great.
It's a little bit abstract at first, yeah, because now you've got to think like item management, right?
Yeah.
You've got to keep those items all in your shulker boxes. You've got to know where the items are going, and then you'll be able to pick them up from here at the end, right? So, but anyway, let's say you really love this sorting system. You get really good. at using it, and you need more. You need more than just this one here because it's always got loads of shulker boxes on it.
Yeah.
Then what you can do is basically remove that, and it will run through the next system. And
Oh, okay. Oh, and here's another one. So this is okay.
But
so
unless they're not locked, they go automatically into the next system.
Okay, so once you figured out how to do one section, then you can just like add modules. So these are all like module pieces.
Yeah, you want to think of it as like if you've got 10 shulker boxes, you need one module. But if you've got, let's say, 50, you're probably going to end up using 2.
Yeah.
Right. So the more reliant on this you become, you just want to like continuously use more and more of the modules, because you'll probably only need like 1 to start with, and then you'll get used to it and need a couple more.
Yeah. All I have is dirt and smooth stone and a little bit of concrete powder.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Oh, did you like how I brought the cats to keep you company while you built it?
Do you know what? I saw them. I thought, that Scar, man, always thinking with cats.
I thought, not only do you need some company while you build this, you also need some protection from the creepers. You never know when one will sneak up on you.
Do you know what? A skeleton, or was it a spider? I think a spider spawned on top of this at one point when I was building it. I'm very glad it weren't a creeper. But I guess it would have freaked out and run away, right?
Yeah.
So this next bit is completely your territory. Forget all the red wire silliness.
Okay.
Blocks that you can decorate, okay?
Oh,
these stairs here, these slabs here, and the ones here, you can rip out and change to whatever you like.
Okay.
And above me, you've got slabs and stairs there as well, right?
Yeah.
Those can all be ripped out. One thing you might want to do is replace this with a redstone lamp. It will blink when the system is running, so you've got like a visual indicator.
Oh, okay. Like these ones right here?
Yeah, I just ran out. I literally only had 2 lamps left, so I couldn't put one over there.
Okay, perfect.
It's kind of sad.
Wow. Yeah, so I think if I can check the other side here. Yeah, so this will be perfect. So somehow, eventually, there's going to be the giant skyscraper over this thing, and it'll be in the lobby. So you head in there, you got the giant machine there. Oh, man, this is incredible. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be super epic.
All right, what do I do to repay you for this? What do we do? What do I need to do? I will do anything. Just let me know.
I did this just because I wanted to build you a sorting system.
But I got to do something.
Given your building expertise, I'm sure you'll be able to help me at some point. So I'll have to think about it. I haven't got an idea right now, but
all right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box with a book up on our little stick in the air up there. Stick in the air, important. And then when you're ready, when you have an idea, put the box or right on the book in the box in the stick in the air thing, and let me know what you want me to do. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, I will do.
Okay. Dude, this is amazing. Thank you so much for making this. This will make life a little easier. And welcome back. There we go. We made it through the hole. That is amazing. Anyway, welcome back. And we had some good times over at Scarlandia with the Zuma, didn't we? That storage system blew my mind. And like I said before, that definitely is the inside of Scarvis's mind. Now, I've done a little rudimentary planning, like I said, with some of the plots. So envisioning here, that's just give or take that these little squares represent the different plots that the shops can go on. Now, in this little circle here, from right there all the way down to the waterfall, that's 2 levels of 7. So that is interesting. Like, that's a lot of plots. And if we think in terms of adding that on this side, that should be plenty of spaces for the hermits. Now, if I just had like an actual number on who is interested, then we can kind of play with the size and scale of them. But yeah, I think that is really cool because this is going to absolutely be amazing once we finish this and get this terraformed. Like, just looking at it now, thinking about what we did down here and what we can do up here and eventually what the shop fronts are going to look like is just absolutely incredible. Now, as for our support columns here, we're going to definitely build those downwards and add some more support systems there. And I'd love to do a little bit more of that throughout the area. So I want this to feel natural, but also being held up by supports that the hermits have built under here to hold up their little city. Does that make sense? Because I think that would be really, really cool to add just a little bit more of a man-made touch. I think with our walkways and things like that, and of course this is a great example of what these walkways are going to look like, these very beautiful and organic shapes that we created for this. And we could use this as a template for the rest of the area. Now, like I said before, don't think these are just going to be straight narrow walkways. These are going to have variations. There's going to be waterfalls. There's going to be little like fake little houses and different things along those lines to give the area so much life and energy to it. And there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And like I said before, I'm hoping to get back on my normal video schedule very, very soon. As you know, I've had a lot of health problems that I've been mentioning, and they've just continued to persist, and I really hope next week is the week that we kind of settle in, we get back to our schedule of videos, and I stop having these issues, at least for a little while, so that I can make some videos and do the stuff that I love to do and hang out with you guys here on YouTube and Twitch. So as always, a huge sorry to you guys for not being able to get as many episodes out this week, but I've been thinking about you, and I love you, and we'll see you guys next time. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do so, because you may just become scarred for life.